Louisiana Beer Reviews Special Edition Aecht Schlenkerla Oak Doppelbock Revisited. This is from Schlenkerla Brewing in Bamberg, Germany. Bought this at Total Wine and More. Some other stores might have it. 8% alcohol. This is their strongest offering to my knowledge. I checked on their website. Imported by B. United International, Reading, Connecticut. B United. Eiche Doppelbock Oak. They use Oak Smoke Malt. Hallertau Aroma hops. They say multifaceted bitterness of Hallertau Aroma hops. This brewery is from the 14th century, during the days of the Holy Roman Empire, the First Reich of Germany. Traditional bottle. They haven't changed it in the 10 years. I guess it's been 10 years since I reviewed it. And that's, sorry for the wind. I didn't realize it was getting so windy out here. I don't know why it's getting windy out here on this relatively warm spring day. This company makes smoked beers. That's what they make, smoked beers. And some of the viewers who drink Scotch whiskey, this might remind them of some of the smoky Scotch whiskeys that you can get. Okay, a very thick, get over this wind, very thick khaki head, I guess. Not khaki. A little bit khaki. And a lighter brown, clear appearance. Lighter brown, yeah. Like a reddish brown. Beautiful beer. Wish we get some better sunlight. The clouds are starting to come in. I don't think there's a storm coming or anything, any such thing. It's just got windy. It was calm air earlier. Soapy head, looks like dishwashing detergent soap at the top. Put my nose in the beer. Okay. I haven't been known to do that in the past. Never on purpose. Yeah, it smells like, now, you know, I'm not one to say, oh yeah, that's smoky oak. I know it's not ash. I know it's not maple. I don't have any kind of expertise on that. It smells like smoky wood smoke. If you like smoked products, you're gonna like it. Probably. If you don't like smoked products, you're gonna hate it. So there's no use even trying it. It's just gonna be bad for you. All right. You know, not bad for your health, but bad for your taste preferences. So, been long enough. Here we go. Doppelbock. Love Doppelbocks. It's smoky. Barley malt. Smokiness. Now, hop bitterness. Well, these Doppelbocks don't tend to be particularly bitter to start with. There's a tingle of that. I don't know what the IBUs are. I would say maybe 24, 28 at the most. Body's really not heavy. I think Optimator's heavier. Paulina Salvatore is most certainly a more heavy body beer. Dry finish, as a lager tends to be. Sweetness, ooh, but 3.5 out of 5. There's the sun, but it won't last. 3.5 out of 5 sugar cubes. Bitterness units, I would say at the most 2 out of 5 hop cones, and that's pushing it. Smoky units, yeah, 3.5 out of 5 burnt oak logs, charred through and through oak logs. You know, when I first had these beers back in the antediluvian antebellum days. They seemed a lot more smoky to me. Oh, it's making a hexagonal lacing inside. Get that with skunk beers. There's no skunk with this one, I can assure you. But now that I've done so many reviews and I'm so in depth into it, yeah, sure. Schlenkerla Rauchbier is a passenger in the arc of taste, someone says. It rides and it rides. I just think you get used to things like Scotch. I didn't know what to think of Scotch. I had never tried it. People were like, "Oh, you got to get used to it. It's so different." And oh, this, that, and the other thing. So I tried it, 2016 or so. Yeah, it's different. Like, really different than bourbon. But, you know, it was like, I thought, I've had Scotch ale, so I know about that peated taste type situation, conglomeration, extrapolation. So, I just thought to myself, it won't take me too long to get used to Scotch. It did not, and then I had this craving for the smoky ones. I like all you know, blended and single malt. I like them both, and I like all the different regions: Highlands, Lowlands, Islay, etc. And but Speyside. But I really like that smokiness, like the intensity in 10 cities. So but then it gets to where it's never smoky enough, like, you know, oh, I'm gonna try this single malt. Oh, the smoke, it's incredible, it's incredible. And you're just going crazy, and you're so excited, and you're talking about all the different features of the product. But then later you just say, you know, it's not as in depth as I wanted it to be on that. And the same thing with this. And but then you're chasing a chimera. You know, you're never gonna achieve it. And a lot of people run into that with other items that they fiddle around with. You know, like, you know, and they chasing what they cannot achieve. What they first experience, you know, like they want to be on a great big clipper ship, and they have just made a big decision. They're going to modify their life, you know, but they don't get to it. And so you got to be satisfied just to deal with the more like the more practical aspects of it. You know, the imperial stouts are never going to be as intense as when you first experienced them. The smoky beers are not, and the whiskeys are not going to be, and all, well, whatever, you know, whatever it is. So but that's rooted in the fact that you grow accustomed to it. I've grown accustomed to her face, you know, but you grow accustomed to the product, and then it's not well, you know, you're used to it, so it's not as much of a shock. But anyway, you get the point. Oh, score. Still, it's a dynamite product. Now, if you've never had a Doppelbock, watch out. If you've never had a smoky beer, double watch out. I mean, it's just going to be like, oh, just not going to be able to believe it. You're just not going to believe it. But you'll get used to it. All right. I was at this Mexican themed restaurant, and they were saying, I said, I want to try that Reaper sauce. And the guy was like, he made a smirk like, have a good time with it, something like that. oh, and they something to the effect, you sure you want to try that? I was like, yeah. So, yeah. You know, so, I was thinking it's not going to be as hot as they making it out to be, although they maybe their average customer is like flabbergasted by it. So we were eating the taco salads, you know, and my friend David and I poured some of it. I was like, be careful, because the guy was like trying to put out some like warning signs or whatever. But I tried it, and it was great, a great flavor. I mean, I'll get that every time when I go back to that place. But I said, no, it's all of these things, they like clickbait, you know. You check it out and you say, they didn't have a tragic ending, they just had some issues. You just said that so I would click on it. You know, or it's not that hot, you know. All right, murmur. Anyway, score, I like it a lot. And I knew when I tried it today, and I repurchased it at Total Wine and More, I knew it wasn't going to be like it was before. So I was ready for that. And it's still an A beer. Now, Beer Advocate's saying 90, like 91, outstanding, and Rate Beer is going 98 out of 100, a 100 out of 100 in the style. You know, Rate Beer is like extremists. Like, they either make a beer too high, they'll rank it too high, or rate it too high, or they'll rate it too low, like this. You know, 100 out of 100 in the style, or something like natural ice. Oh, it's a 0 out of 100. Oh, come on. You know, they're extremists. And Untapped has it a 73, which to me is too low. Oh well, I don't hear people talking about this beer ever. 10 years ago, oh yeah, it was like something to always be talking about. Now, I would say many of the new beer reviewers are just people that start drinking beer. They never had this or any of the smoked beers, and it's got no funny animals on the label. It's not loud like a laundry detergent box. It's the same old label from years ago. Nothing about the devil on there, you know. So it doesn't. It's not going to maybe appeal to the newer people. And I'm not slamming the newer people at all. Just saying they not appeal to them. And I drank enough funny animal label beers. That's for sure. I don't see a date, guys. That's horse hockey. Put the damn date. Oh, well, I mean, I can't argue with that. Put the date. It's 8%. Probably ain't gonna matter, but brown bottle. So Les Bon Ton Relais, a fabulous product nonetheless. I'm gonna say 95 out of 100, 9.5 out of 10, a 95 most excellent beer. And I'm gonna end this review by saying, y'all go to Bamberg, Germany, and take a tour of the brewery.